Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
On play action, Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. And here's Bijan. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. The tight end motioning left here. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On 3rd down, Penix. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Gibbs. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
That one taken in by St. Brown. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions first down. 13 yards on the play. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Taking off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Falcons with the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss.
A throw right side is intercepted. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds past the 40-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Goff. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Third and long. On play action, Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. You couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal. Again, it's Penix. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll try to run with Robinson. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies. But he is going to come up short.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Force third down.
On third and goal, it's Penix. He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will be a Lions first down. The tackle's made it about the 38-yard line. One more time for Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. Here's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And the Lions are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down. Now Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. First down picked up. That's another Lions. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Goff. That is caught at the 3. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up if they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The tight end going in motion to the left. First and goal, and here's Montgomery. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. From a little further back, here's second and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Throwing, Goff. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 3rd and 9. Throwing here is Goff. And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
On first down, it's Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have